we're gonna play a new game. Those of you that tune into my live stream on Twitch, you may have seen me give it a go once or twice. I've been having a little bit of fun with it. It's definitely a game that I would say is way more fun if you have others that you're playing it with. It's still, I believe, early access. It's called Animalia Survival. Essentially, it's African Animal Simulator. You can play a wide variety of animals. It says it has solo. I've yet to see it work. Hopefully that's a feature they're working on bringing in the future. And the tab there is just a space holder or something for the UI. But multiplayer does work. And it's all on servers. You can buy your own server if you wish, or you can play on a free public server. I've been getting to know the game a little bit over the last week or two and thought I'd record a little adventure. Hope you guys enjoy. Stick around and I will see you guys there. So, this is the starting area. You got your different spawn locations. In most servers, I find Westlake is generally where players like to hang out, but you might encounter them anywhere here. Starting out, you may even want to spawn elsewhere just so that you're not preyed upon by tougher characters. As you can see here, we got carnivores, we got omnivores, and herbivores, and you can also scroll through them. So we got lions. Unless you make a character or animal and then spawn in and everything, you always start as a juvenile. But if you're already on the server and playing, there is the option that you can get birthed. So there is a mating system in this that allows players to pair with another player, opposite genders obviously, and be able to mate. And you can form groups so that you can have like lion prides and herds and all that. And there's the different little skins you can get. Any of these that are like that are included with the base game. I think these diamond ones, I'm not sure. They might have been like, they might either be sold in the Discord or they might be like exclusive pre-order kind of content. And then there's also the DLC skins, which you can get. Let's see here. I'll just go through them all to show you. Actually, yeah, let's do it like that. Little pretty little blue eyes. And honestly, I don't really know what the body scale sliders really change. I'm guessing it's specifics on this. I just let it randomize because they're not labeled, so I don't know what I'm messing around with there. But if you choose to play with it, feel free. And of course you can choose your starting gender there as well. I love the pure white, honestly. Looks very pretty. And then you can be a ghost. A little bit freaky. Not sure what kind of ghost babies it'd make, but it's an option. So you got a lot of different ones. There's these adorable little leopards, which is probably one of my favorite carnivores to play. They're super cute. Their sounds are so adorable. They can climb trees, and some rocky cliff faces they can climb as well. They're a lot of fun. And then there's the crocodiles, which if you like water, they are very powerful in the water and a lot of fun to play as well. And the hyenas. There's the shoebill, which is very fun if you like to be up in the sky flying. I honestly would love to have this all black one. I might have to figure out how to get that. What a cute boopers. Boop the nose. And then there's the adorable meerkats, which they're pretty fun because you can actually dig into the ground in certain areas where I guess it's like a bit of softer soil or something, and you can form little tunnels underground. I actually had fun the other day when I was playing a meerkat, and I was attempting to create like a little trap that would be like a pitfall trap for other animals that if they ran across it and didn't happen to see it, they might fall into it. And if you fall into it and you're not a meerkat or a bird, which admittedly I did trap a bird, so maybe even then, you're gonna die. Unless you like use the unstick thing in game, but you know, you're gonna die. You're trapped. But yeah, since they are omnivores, which means they eat both meat and plants, I figured that would be a good way of potentially trapping something that I wouldn't otherwise be able to kill. And that's the only omnivore currently. Hopefully they add more. I would love to see more. Then there's the big old adorably lanky giraffes. The wildebeest, one of my favorites. The elephant, they're super cute. The bunny, which I think is maybe only available with DLC. I don't know for sure, but I've yet to discover a server that had it. Like when you try to go spawn, it'll pop up to get the little egg hunt DLC. So I'm not certain, but I feel like it is limited to the DLC, unfortunately. There's the zebra, very cute, and the hippopotamus, a gazelle, they're super cute, and a rhinoceros. Definitely looks nice. So I'm gonna zoom in as much as I can. There is no first person thing. If you want to hide the chat window, you just press 9. Go on. I didn't see what the AI was on here, but yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, look at that solar reflection. Sunbeam? Yeah. It's quite a cute little game. It's fairly relaxing up until action starts, and then it gets quite thrilling. Over on the right, you'll see all the different status as well as your coordinates. And the first one is your stamina, which if you're just walking with like the ASDW keys, or if you press X, it'll auto walk like this. You can toggle the speed with T, that's the slower walk, and that's a trot. Those do not deplete stamina, the only exception being certain animals can carry other animals, and that will then deplete your stamina. But then there's, if you hold shift, you can sprint, or if you want to go super fast, like say you're chasing prey or you're the prey and you're running for dear life, you can also full out sprint, which, did I say shift was sprint? Shift was more like running, and if you hold V, then you're sprinting, which in the case of the gazelle is this adorable bounding sprint. Then to the right of the little leg icon is the stomach, which is obviously your hunger. You can put points into it. The way you level up your stats is you hit escape, and then you get all these different options. You can also see what your gender is. As I said before, if you get birthed in the game, there is the baby stage, but otherwise you always start at the juvenile stage. And then there's sub-adult and adult, or sometimes referred to elder. You get these skill points. The time amount varies. I think it's usually about 30 seconds when you're in the juvenile stage. It can go up from there. And it's best to fill out, to my knowledge, it's best to fill out all 45 stage points before you grow, which is switching from the different life stage points. And it's up to you how you want to build it. I go with what I think would be the best for survival, or if I'm a predatory carnivore, obviously I would have to plan for like combat and stuff. But since we're playing a herbivore, and one that I feel like may not do so good at fending off attackers, I'm going full stamina so that hopefully I can just sprint away from danger. I might put some into health also, so that if I do get hit, you know, I don't die right away. That little fart was this adorable little gazelle dropping the big stinky dookie there, which if you press Q, that is what is now showing those little blue dots. There's some plants over there that we can eat that are marked by the green dots. And the yellow smoke is my own scent trail, and the green smoke is from my poop. As you can see, the hunger and thirst meters are slowly depleting. Our health is staying full, our lungs are staying full. The cold debuff, certain biomes will make it disappear, but it's not really something that I've noticed. It tends to have an effect. Maybe if it's snowing, as there is a weather system in the game. Otherwise, it doesn't really seem to do too much. One thing that I really love about this game also is the atmospheric sounds. Like, you hear the other animals. You have different animal calls too, which they sound different as you age, and I've heard that they might be bringing more to it as well. This is just a general kind of greeting. This also is another just friendly kind of social sound. It doesn't sound like it, but you know, that's it. Oh, and to use those, it's on the keyboard. 1 to 5 is it, but most do not have 5. Some, depending on the age stage, don't have 4 either. I'm not sure if that's just because, you know, early access still in development, but that's the case either way. Animals make different sounds based on what they're trying to communicate or whatever. So if they feel threatened or whatever, they might make a sound like this, or sound and gesture as well. So 3 is for if they feel threatened or if they're picking a fight, and 4 is more of a kind of submissive, surrendering sound. That's essentially the schematic for it. We don't need night vision right now, but there is night vision. You just press in to toggle it, and then whether it's bright or dark out, you can see pretty clearly. There is the mating, which is with the F key. E is your eating and drinking button. You just have to go to a source where you're able to eat or drink and hold E down to do it. And then R is for grabbing babies or chunks of meat or whatever that way, depending on what you're playing and what stage you're at. If you hold down control, I don't think this one has it, the lion and leopard and maybe some others can crouch for like prowling when they're hunting. If you hold G, it does bring up this little wheel which has the 4 different roars. Then there's lay down. Lay down and get up is key bound to the H key, and it's just as simple as that. You can lay down. Some will even sleep like that, or kind of look like they're sleeping. You can also get up, which if you're not using G to do that, any kind of movement key will make you stand up as well. Scroll wheel on your mouse is to zoom in or zoom out. I believe you can play this with a gamepad as well. Here's some plants that I can eat. Very delicious. And you can tell again by hitting Q, they didn't toggle those as food. Maybe it's because I was so close to them. Yeah, I was too close. But that's the little scent sniff one. You also can see that red cloud in the distance is the scent of blood. So if you're a predator, you would look for that. If you're prey, I guess it can be like a warning sign, hey, danger might be over there. I don't know if all servers have this, but there is some AI. Generally, I seem to encounter AI carcasses, but I think I may have encountered AI at least once before. It's really hard to tell whether it's AI or players. There is the options here to like show player avatar, which is generally disabled by default. You could always apply it if you wanted to. I personally find that it kills the immersion, personally, because you see, like, the little Steam player icon. That said, play how you want. I am getting a little low on water, so we're gonna want to find some. I know there was some back there, so we'll just sprint until we find some. I'm not sure if all animals would scale. Oh, that might be my death. And just like that, game over.